Have you ever seen a sandfall in the aquarium like the picture? Isn't it beautiful? I've seen it on YouTube and made it, and after about a month of use, for me it was a great idea, but I think it was a bit lacking. I thought 24 hours operating motor was unnecessary compared to short time we spend watching the sandfall every day. So I felt sorry that there was no other function other than visual effect, so I came up with the idea of putting a double sponge filter on the inlet motor. But the problem is that the sponge filter weakens the water intake, so I'm worried if the sandfall will work well. If I succeed, it'll be able to do filtration with beautiful sandfall at the same time, right? The biggest challenge of carrying a fishbowl is the noise of the air, while cleaning up the filter periodically, so you solve two things at once, right? I looked up videos about it on YouTube. There were many videos of making sandfall, but none of them had filtration at the same time. So I decided to name it Hybrid Sandfall, and make it myself. I need you to refer to other YouTube videos for detailed sandfall production. Here, I'll connect the motor with the sponge filter. First of all, I ordered L-shaped elbow and T-shaped elbow, on both 20A and 20A PVC pipes on the internet. I also ordered 5 watt, 7 watt, and 20 watt underwater motors and glue guns, silicon, volcanic stones, and funnel. You can watch my video until the end and buy one underwater motor. I cut the PVC pipe according to design concept for my 24-inch fishbowl. The most important thing is the T-shaped elbow pipe, where you will put sand in. Cut the sand insert part of T-shaped elbow pipe with only 5 mm. To prevent backflow of water, cut the T-shaped elbow at a 45-degree angle and attach it with any plastics such as plastic cards and fix it with glue so that sand flows properly. Cut the pipe connections of the T-shaped elbow into a 45-degree angle so that the blue marked line passes slightly. I recommend sloped floor like a funnel rather than a flat container, so that sand goes down more easily. Connect the motor and the PVC pipe. The gauge of the PVC pipe and the motor outlet do not match, so it is not easy to connect. Let's connect all the pipes and elbows we've collected so far. Even if the PVC pipe caliber is a little wider, it can be supplemented with tape. Do not connect the pipe and motor too tightly. It has to be a little bit loose so that you can easily take it off and put it on when you clean it. Otherwise, you'll have to take the whole sand waterfall off from your fish tank every time it has problem. If it's a water plant fishbowl, you could have to flip it over. The 7 watt motor is light, so you don't have to attach it to the fishbowl wall. Next, connect the double sponge filter to the motor. A double sponge should be the one with a space between the sponges so that the motor can fit in. For me, I chose XY2822. Use a glue gun to stick the double sponge to the motor inlet. So you just have to take out a sponge and wash it when you clean it. If you have a rough shape, you need to test it before making a waterfall model out of stone. I have to make a waterfall out of stone, and if it doesn't work, I have to make it again. Next is something you should be careful about when testing. 1. Put it in a bathtub so that the sand outlet is completely submerged. 2. Use 0.8 mm sand to fill the funnel hole. 3. Cut the plastic bottle at the outlets so that the sand doesn't fly sideways. 4. Connect the motor power. The motor is connected, but sand won't come out. In this case, turn off the motor and separate the motor and sandfall from the water. Then, put the power into the motor and connect it to the sandfall while water is coming out of the motor. At this time, the sand will come out normally or flow back toward the sand can. If it flows reversibly, you need to adjust the T-shaped elbow. After the test, make a waterfall model. This process is hard labor, right? You can get stones from the stream or order them on the internet. However, it is unreasonable to buy large stones online and cut them into small pieces. Even if it is volcanic stone, large ones rarely break. I bought a big volcanic stone and threw it away and cut it into 3 to 5 centimeters pieces. For the bottom, form the foundation of the waterfall with the stones you have collected from the nature. Then fill the cracks and pile up with volcanic stones. Since volcanic stones have lots of powder, you have to wash it once and dry it, so you can stick it well.
The entire waterfall can be made into volcanic stones, but use flat stones in the middle to make the sand flow softly. And use flat stones on the top and side of the sandfall so you can transplant and grow the moss on it.
Use a glue gun to connect all the stones and finish them with silicone. I don't use instant glue because it smells strong, is dangerous, and costs a lot. The background video is Hybrid Sandfall, which was made 4 weeks ago. I installed the motor and filter on the left side corner and the sandfall on the right side corner. The first 20-watt motor I installed was too strong, so I replaced it with a 7-watt motor. Even though it's a 7W motor, the water and sand from the sponge filter are fantastic. It's a 7W motor, but it's powerful. I was worried that water flow might be weakened because of the sponge filter. The results are successful though. I followed the sandfall tutorial of American YouTuber, and he said it was Japanese style. So I added a filtration function and decided to call it Korean Hybrid Sandfall. Depending on the number of tropical fish in a 24-inch aquarium, 2 to 3 of L-size double sponges are needed. So for me, I attached one to the sandfall motor and installed another one in the air pump. Therefore, I can turn off the air pump with an automatic timer at night and use the sandfall filter so that I can sleep without any noise from the aquarium. So that's the video of making hybrid sandfall. If you have any questions, please contact me via email or comments. Thank you for watching the video until the end.